Jodulpa, Hanachaka, Washington DC, G. Anil Ranjit, O Pravin Tamrakar, Nepalbhasa Times Pahi, America Niwa, Khalabala Jadole, Chikpin Yone Wichanodu. Taxe Napala, Dogeshida, Losicus. Thanyu Jadole, Jimsa, Nima Prativasali, Newa Mejuteta, Tananyone, Mupa Deka, Wichanodu. Weka being called J. Kriti Shrestha. Weka Yupati Shirpaka Outstanding Service Award for Global Communication Living and Learning Program. Weka University Maryland Bonati. Aji Mema Meju Pratirasali Meju Lochani Tara Shakya. Weka Masabule Nepal America idea. Near Tibeti विषयले उखे प्रस्तुतियाको लागि स्पेशली नेवा नृत्य कुमारी युवती नेवा नृत्य प्रस्तुतियाको लागि वेखा बामा पेनाप अमेरिका चाहियो र वेखा न वो नृत्यसँग महुकी थन स्टेट वाइज थो राज्यपति मेरील्यान्ड राज्यपति ब्ल्याक बेल्ट ताइक्वान्डो च्याम्पियनशिप है फर्स्ट प्राइज न गइदियो 통야 자조 오네 웨더 이미 타나 미우 초 미우 뉴 ख छिकपिने न्याउने दैचनो दक्ष पहिलाला थाइल्यान्ड जुपटी बॉडी बिल्डिङ कम्पिटिसन है बॉडी बिल्डिङ ज्यादा धेरै बेलाका छ 75 किलो समूहले महेश्वर महर्जन गुपटी गोल्ड मेडल या स्वर्ण पदक ट्याक दिगु दु वो ट्याक दिउ खे महेश्वर जीत यको यको जी अमेरिका निवा खलाबला ज्याजन भिन्टुना देशन चुनाव र मेगु ख नेपाल भाषा टाइम्स छौ थयौ नि पौ ख गु नेपालमा प्याउइपटी छगुए नेपाल भाषा युपटी नि पौ छौ पत्रकार पुचन नेवा पत्रकार पुचन झी न्याउने नेपाल नेवा साहित्य नेवा संगीत नेवा कला र संस्कृति त न्याउने हेउ लागि झी त नि पौले वो अनलाइन संस्करण नेपाल भाषा times.com है वेका पिसं गु ज्याद्यान चंगु विके विता यको यको ख न्याउने वो उही त जिसन चुनाव ढ्यामे छिंदा छ ठौकने जुपटी गुपटी बजार भा र डपो खसेबले वेका पिन्यो छौ इनाप दुकी नेपाल भाषा टाइम्स त झी डपो नेपामी तेसा ग्वालियाना ठुके नेपाल भाषा टाइम्स त न्याउने क्यु इनाप यन्छ आछि ठौ यु ज्याजोले गायो भने ज्याजोले गाउने सिन यो छ छिज न थाहा थयु ज्याजो जी निम प्रतिभाशाली मेजुते त इंग्लिश भरिज अफिस दिने थयु ज्याजो भरिज इंग्लिश मै त्यो खनान चुनाउ ज्याजो सूर्य यान्छ दक्ष पहिलाला आज इंग्लिश है तको पैसा या वेका पिसन इंग्लिश है तको बिचो बियारी से जी ज्ञानाथन हुने जोजलपा दगैस्त जी थन्तको वइबले सिक्किसन गु किसिमको प्रतिभा केना दियो उके लागि जी तपो नेवा थे नेहाला तौ दियो ठुके इंग्लिशमा धाले फोकसन त हिमसा तो when you compete or when you go to some competition or achieving some award, what significance do you guys have in the award, or what significance do you feel yourself when you achieve that? First, go to the Kriti.
For me, the award signifies that I had completed my 2-year program, Global Communities, which focuses on globalization and developing relations with other countries. And this program was very interesting because it was a living learning program. So I learned with the people that I studied with, and it was interesting to hear different perspectives from people with different backgrounds from me. And this program was not something easy. So it was it was a good feeling to have completed this program. And for me also, since it was a 2-year program, it means I'm halfway done with my undergrad also, which is very scary, but also very exciting.
Okay. Now about the Lochani Tara. You also know that, you know the Shakya University. Yes? We saw your lots of performance.
Yes.
And then same question as asked to the Kriti. If you see, you don't have only the dance, you do a taekwondo also. You got some award on that.
Yes.
So what's significant? Do you feel yourself by having those things?
Well, I'd like to say that getting those awards, it's not very easy to get them. It took a lot of hard work, and I think for me to get those awards, I feel that I have persevered as a better person and to be able to be confident enough to get those awards and to be able to learn so much getting them awards.
So what's level of the efforts you guys tried or you guys went through to get those awards? Like
The level
some
of training?
yeah.
Level
Not
of
only training, all the family support, your support from your coach, your team, and on the all levels, the community also.
So there's a significant amount of time that we have to put in to get those awards.
Mhm.
They don't come very easy. It's a very big part of my life goes on to getting and putting myself into these competitions. I get a lot of family support mainly from my dad to have all these interesting competitions that I get to go to. My coaches help me a lot. They definitely put me through a lot of hard work and a lot of hard training, but at the end it does come out to a really great experience. It makes me know that I have put a lot of work into it, and it doesn't just come to me. I know that it gives me a big part. It's a big part of my life. And
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
About Kriti, you have met I believe, more than 40 countries or 50 countries people in this program, the global community.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
So I also a little bit curious about around the globalization nowadays, how you see everybody we can meet in the United States. When I was in Nepal, I never met the people from Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can meet those, yes? Yeah. So regarding that, I believe you have seen something or you have feel something different as being your parents from the Nepal, and you are the person, that means you are the student or in the same time scholar. Here you are doing very good job. But how it's a good, but how you see the effort you put on your programs when you meet all those people, and then your family support your one time
Slowly.
as Lochani went through further or all those taekwondo same things on the art. How you see on yourself?
Are you asking family support?
Just only family support, or you did yourself to push a little bit
I couldn't.
beyond what you imagined?
Yeah, I definitely could not have done any of this by myself. Me being here is because of my family and their decision to move here to America. That being said, I am pre-med. I'm trying to pursue becoming a doctor, and that was my choice.
The medical doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you probably think was something that my parents forced upon me, but it wasn't. It was my decision. But they did play a role in me coming to terms with what I wanted to do when I grow up. But it's all comes down to me wanting to make them proud because they've sacrificed so much for me and for me to be where I am today. So if I can just give back any little amount to them, that's enough for me. Enough for them.
If simply if I ask your program, what's the major things you learned from that?
Major things I learned from my program is that, there are some countries that are definitely better off than others, which is not something that I just learned in my program. Like, you see it every day in the news. A lot of what my program focused on is whether or not globalization is sustainable, which is a question that a lot of people are still debating, considering there are different levels of where each country is at in this present day today. So I'm still learning, and there's much to be learned about, but it's engaging in conversation is what will progress us.
Do you see any difference, like if you have a parent who are not from the outside of the country, like out of the United States, and this program for you, it makes difference. It's like if your parents grown up here, they know everything about the United States, you went into this program, make you a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, having my parents from Nepal and having them being immigrants definitely brings a unique background for myself. And in conversation, it's a different point of view for people who have their families born here, grown up here, and it's just a different perspective that helps engage in conversation.
So, if I
Is there anything for Lochani? You came from Nepal, and definitely you don't remember lots of things.
Yes.
It's putting this question in front of you because I came from Nepal here.
Yes.
I'm first generation. I will ask you, that means I will indicate you like you are the second generation kind of things.
Yeah.
What hurdle I have went through here, you haven't gone through. So, like the same question, if you have a parent who grown up here, do you see any difference there if they haven't come from United States? That means outside of the United States, and then if they
definitely.
If you elaborate a little bit.
Huh?
If you elaborate a little bit. Some examples.
So there's people who are born here have a very different perspective from people who are born in other countries.
Or even the grown up, yeah.
Yeah, even grown ups. There's a certain way they grew up, and so that differs from every person. For me, my parents grew up in Nepal, so they have a lot of religion and a lot of culture that they came in here with, and we keep that alive in our household. But there's also the fact that I came here at a very young age, so technically, yes, I was born in America. I mean, I was born in Nepal, but I grew up in America, so my the cultural difference is a little bit off. And whenever we talk about some things, there is differences that come up, and there are differences that we have with the conversations that we are having. But yeah, there's a lot of differences that come in when you have immigrant parents, but I think overall it mainly focuses on how you.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Okay. Even my fathers or my parents doesn't have the schooling history in Nepal.
Yeah.
If they have gone to the school, I feel like that, but I do not regret on this. But at the same time, it makes much easy to decide what we do when you grow up. Yes. So let's talk about a little bit Newar. Okay.
Yes.
What do you know about Newar? Let's go to the Kriti a little bit first. You may feel a little bit awkward on this question, but
I mean, growing up, I was the third child here, so my older brothers already were speaking English, and they would speak to me in English. But my family also tried to preserve Newar culture, so I grew up speaking English and Newari, and some bits of Nepali, which is another story. But I mean, yeah, growing up, they tried to install the practices and continue on with the practices that they did in Nepal. So I did I did Bada.
okay.
All that good stuff. I've danced since I was like 5 years old, dancing, singing.
In Newari dance?
Yeah, Newari
Okay.
dances.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that's a big part of our culture, and a big part of like what we're trying to preserve as well.
Yeah. Same thing like her.
Yeah.
You're a different environment you grew up because
Yeah.
I know your father dancing
Yeah.
and then he's a pastor priest. If you
Yeah.
see in a Newar, yes,
Mm-hmm.
then in your household here in the United States, okay, at Seafield, is there any difference you feel on that?
Honestly, it's the same as her. I came here at a very young age,
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how to speak Newari that well, but I have been learning it. My dad, like I said, he's very big on the whole cultural aspect and keeping our culture like alive, and he's also one of the biggest person that like really pushes me to know Newari culture.
Mhm.
So all these dances that I do, all the songs that I know, all these, just mainly focusing on my dances because it is so big. It's such a big part of the Noah culture. I think he's totally has a huge like effort on like making me known of the Noah culture.
If we see in the East Coast,
Yeah.
your father is one of the protector of the Newar
Yes.
culture. I believe.
Yes.
That's the another good things for him.
Yeah.
Do you guys urge or want to share some of your skill to the outside of the United States, or you have gone to the Latin America last time?
Yeah.
And have you seen this any opportunity you get to share, even in Nepalese people here or the Nepal? Do you have any chance those, or that you want to explore yourself on this field?
Yeah. In terms of like sharing my experiences, we've had many opportunities to do that. I know NPPA, one of the organizations, the Nepali organizations in this area, has definitely had a strong push for youth programs, and having people typically who are older and successful in their field to come speak to younger people and give them inspiration to do and pursue whatever they would like to pursue. I've attended one of these events, and I would love to share my experiences. Lochani has been asking me questions, and I feel like I don't have as much wisdom as some of my older peers here, but if there's anything that I can do to help, I would love to.
But what you learn with the skill, what you found 2 years graduate, yeah? You know the ideas about, you know the things, how it's running on and around the communities beyond the borders, what we can say. Right? So I asked you about this. If you want to go to teach something else, what you learn in here in Nepal, do you go there? And
Do
then,
I go? I went to Nepal once,
Okay.
just to visit and just see what it's like. But I would love to go back and give back to the community because it's done wonders for my community here. So.
And Lochani,
Yes.
what do you feel? Do you feel you want to teach something else, or you want to help to some of the Nepalese community?
Yes, definitely.
What do you learn, like dance or singing or your martial art?
Yeah. Most of what I have, it's not a lot, but I would like to share them with people in Nepal and even like people here. I would like to tell people tell American people about our Newari culture, but also give my American cultures to Nepali people so that they can really see the similarities and differences. Because there are some things that are nice, but there's also some things that are able to change to make it better.
Yeah. So I'll throw to some random questions.
Yes.
You guys know that it's the melting pot. It's United States. Yes.
Yes.
How you see that? If you have to explain melting pot, how you see it, like
How do we see
how
America as
you,
a whole?
yes, exactly. You grew up and then you went to the high school here.
Yes.
Now you already went to the college. Yes.
Yes.
The what we see, like I mentioned, I never met anybody from Ghana when I was in Nepal, but when I came here, yes. And then day by day it has changing, yes. From around the world, we can meet here.
Yes.
So in that perspective, so where we should have, like, are we Nepalese or we Newar? How you see by being a Newar or Nepalese in the United States right now? It's hard, easy, need a more effort to leave or go to this school or do something else, or it's easy or it's not hard kind of things. Yeah, it's like you went to the college, yes?
Yeah.
But if you are not grown up here,
Yeah.
it's a little bit hard
A
to
little
know
bit,
the culture
yeah.
all about. And
Yeah.
then now it's become a melting pot.
Yeah.
Yes?
I wouldn't say. I feel like people have been trying to move away from the term melting pot because it like indicates that we're all assimilating and then going into one thing. Where I'm not sure if this is the exact word. It's like a salad bowl, something
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that,
okay.
right?
This is
Yeah.
a new
Where
term.
it's like
Okay.
everyone is coexisting, everyone is accepting other people. So it's not more of a melting pot. We're living in a place where
Mhm.
we're accepting all types of people, genders, religions, cultures. But to answer your question, it definitely is. I obviously can't speak from experience, but I feel like it would be harder if you are coming from an outside country and trying to make a living for yourself. I can't relate to that personally.
Mhm.
But I know what my parents went through is 10 times as hard as what I'm doing now in a different way. But having to establish yourself in a new place and then learn how things work in a different country, it cannot be easy. And
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. I heard that you both guys also sing the song, yes? The Nepalese, Newar song.
Yeah.
we have
Let's listen
a
something
song
else.
request from the audience.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Sorry, say maga, tisi meru, tui bala changuka, saya majila, tata bala nago saya majila.
That's awesome.
You're welcome, Mom.
Not A level, but it's fine.
Okay. As related with our culture and Newar culture and everything.
Yes.
Uh, your parents, it's both parents is active in Newari organizing here in the United States.
Very active, yes.
Too
And do you participate those programs? And then do you feel you're learning new things?
Yeah, so my grandfather founded one of the first organizations
Mhm.
here in America or anywhere in the world when he first came. So having him as that role model on top has definitely influenced me to be more active because my parents also and my family, my aunts, my uncles are very active in the Nepalese community, and I've definitely learned a lot, and I definitely participated a lot. Not as much as I had as when I was younger, because now that I'm in college, I don't have as much time. But I still go to these events. I still love seeing these events. I love watching her dance. And seeing my little cousins dance too is amazing. So yeah.
But Lochani,
Yes.
I definitely know how your, especially father, pushed you to do the old dance. What we see in every Newar program here. Yes.
Yes.
So same person. If you transfer, if you put in that. So
Like how my
how is that? So seeing things in a participating like with all those kids we see.
Yes. all the kids. It's good. My dad, yes, he pushes me a
If
lot.
it is good, how it's good.
He mostly just because I learn a lot about my culture.
Mm-hmm.
I get to learn a lot about my culture from my dad, from her parents, her aunts. It's great to be in the organization because I get to learn a lot about my culture. You know, I'm taking in the knowledge from people who know so much about this, and my main focus is that it's to keep it alive and to have it, because it's such a beautiful thing, and to let such a beautiful thing die down is kind of like a sad. It's not. It's really like to have Nepali culture. If we don't have it, I don't know what it can be.
Yeah, the identity, what we,
Yes.
how you say it,
'Cause like
we
I'm not-
pose those, yes.
It's
Come
such
here,
a big
it's
part.
Yeah,
somebody-
it's a
of
really
who we
big
are.
part.
If somebody
Like-
says, oh, you from Nepal, oh, Nepal.
Yeah.
What we feel, the
Yeah.
proud.
What we know about
Mhm.
Nepal, they don't know the same things about Nepal.
Yeah.
When they hear Nepal, they're like, oh yes, country, Mount
Mount
Everest.
Everest.
But like what we know is that we have all these cultures, we have all these holidays that associate with every time and day, and like people in like our lives that are
Mhm.
very important. So I think it's we get to learn a lot.
Do you feel, you both feels that we need to promote our culture a little
Oh,
bit
yes.
more than what we see right
Definitely.
now?
Definitely. If it's mainly about keeping it alive, because a lot of people need to know what Nepal is, and not just Nepal, any other country that there is and that aren't given like the identification. There's you have to know about a country. Just because it's a country doesn't mean
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have an identity.
Exactly. Yeah. So you guys want to learn more about Nepalbhasa, or what you have right now? You didn't want to explore more because I know you both can speak or even a little bit, but you understand a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I speak conversation with my grandparents. Broken Newari. But yeah, there's so much more that I can learn and I should learn to help preserve this culture.
Definitely. With the Lochani, I speak Newar so many times, but
Yeah,
I push everyone to speak in Newar, Nepalbhasa.
Yeah.
So
I mean
maybe-
it's good. Having kids here in America, you don't really get to learn a lot of
Uh-huh.
Newari, and I mean, honestly, it's just about interaction and like people just knowing, because I don't know Newari a lot. I can understand it, but I'm not, like she said, broken Newari. When I go to Nepal, I can't really talk to my families that
Mhm.
well because I don't know a lot of Newari, but to have the language,
Very
uplifted, yeah, everybody, like, all kids should nowadays, even if it's like second generation, third generation, they should know about Newari.
That's good information for most of the people. Lots of people, especially people who live in the United States, and we are not transferring our culture, I believe, where we come from. Yes, but you guys know a lot. So we are already come to the end.
Mhm.
I have one question, which is very interesting. How you guys going to celebrate your holidays? It's coming here in the United States.
Studying. Full just studying. I'm getting ready to go into junior year, and that's where most of my tests and exams come in. So I think I'm taking this winter break to just keep it in myself and like make a schedule
Mhm.
of what I'm gonna do and all the preps I have to make. Yeah, basically just education. Honestly, first priority here right now.
I'm ready for a break. My semester is over. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'm ready to
Right.
celebrate with my family,
Let's
be
do
with
this.
my family, and just have a good break.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
And then to share your ideas or your efforts and then all those things here, what we see and then learn a lot. Even me, I never went through what you guys gone through, okay? Because I came here when I was 33, so that's great. And also, we couldn't finish our program without saying thank you for our Pancha Shrestha and then the Santi Shrestha, because all those logistics and everything they have arranged for us to happen this. And then at the same time, here another popular guy in our Newar community, Yegemanda, also here behind the camera. Thank you so much for him. Ano, Jojolopa Sakot Logisita. Jojolopa Dada. To live Kolabala. Chipita Gejula. Chipita Yokimaya, yours a like and this one, Mayas a comment and this one. Ano yours, yeah, Mayas, sure thing, definitely and this one. Subha.
So bad.